At the time of this recording, the Dragon Ball FighterZ live showcase was earlier today, and we got lots of information coming from this showcase. We got a lot of stuff showing off for Master Roshi. We basically got a whole character breakdown for him, and we also got information on the new balance patch that was coming up. We also got a few other things, but for this video we're going to be covering everything that's very much important when it comes to Master Roshi releasing and the upcoming balance patch, which will be coming to us September 15th. That is the day before that fighter pass holders get Master Roshi, which is the 16th. And then for people who don't have the fighters pass and just want to straight up buy him separately, you have to wait until the 18th to get him. But anyways, let's get started this video. For Master Roshi, we're going to first cover his normals. He has a 2L low. His normals have good range and they are pretty solid overall. He has a 6H, kind of similar to Ssj Goku, but his 6H is a hit grab. It has a long startup, and the startup is about 37 frames. It's negative on block, but it doesn't have a sound cue, and you can cancel into block strings and or specials. You can also call an assist after it to cover you as well, whatever you want to do in order to make sure that you don't stay negative. He also has a 3H, which is just an extra normal. It's a nice launcher and it's good to be a block string ender. Next we have J2H. It's similar to Beerus's and it can be used as a movement option. We do have a new normal that we've never seen before, which is J4M. J4M, it hits the opponent before you completely turn around. All Master Roshi has to do is attempt to cross up. You do J4M and you instantly hit them because this move hits behind Master Roshi. So even when he's turned the wrong way, you're able to get a cross up. And even if you turn correctly the right way, all you have to do is hit J5M and you're good still. Next we have his 5S. This is similar to Adult Gohan's 5S. It gels on block and it goes through other ki blasts, and it also hits crouched opponents unlike Adult Gohan's ki blast. Next we have 6S. It is a ki blast move that is a boomerang like move. If you see the animation, it is similar to Kefla's 236 LMH, I believe. But what the boomerang effect does is that it allows you to call this ki blast back and force your opponent to block it, similar to how Frieza's discard, but the difference is that this move does not damage Master Roshi. Next we have his 2S. This is like Trunks' flip. It's invincible to ki blast. You can cancel his landing frames into other normals like 2H. So I don't think Trunks can do this, but when you do the flip, you're actually able to use it to bait out opponents if they try to super dash at you, and if you land in time, you're actually able to just cancel into 2H and punish your opponent for trying to punish you. And also it is stated that this move is best to use in block strings when negative, just because that this move has a very fast startup and it provides you with a great enough distance that I'm pretty sure no opponent can actually punish you on the ground if you use this move. Next we have 214S, or quarter circle backwards. This is an unblockable anti-air grab. It can catch opponents on the ground as well if you are at a certain angle, and if you want to try to prevent players from jumping above you, you can aim this move vertically upwards so that people can't jump over you. Another thing you guys should know about this is that it doesn't clash with beams. How this works is that whichever moves hits an opponent first, that is what move is going to connect. So if you hit 214S before a beam hits you, you will connect your anti-air grab, but if the beam hits you first, your grab won't make it to your opponent and you'll just get hit by the beam. Next we have 236S, or quarter circle forward S. This is just a regular Kamehameha. And then we have 22S, which is down S. This is another command grab which allows him to combo right afterwards without even have to burn any bar. This is similar to how Ssj Goku has that crumple move. This is similarly the same, but except Master Roshi doesn't have to spend any meter. One thing to notice about this move is that when using it though, the damage is scaled really high, so the damage that you get off this move isn't that good, but it's another way of opening up your opponent. Next we're going to get into his specials. The first thing we have is 236 LMH, or quarter circle 4 LMH. This is a lariat style move that can be performed in the air or on the ground. It can jail and he is able to do easy corner switch combos with it. Next we have 214 LMH, or quarter circle backwards LMH. This is an invincible move and it's kind of like a DP. you can this move can be charged, and the EX version is a frame 1 guard point, meaning that it's hard to safe jump this move. It's also negative 15 on block. But when this move is activated on wake up after a level 3 Oki and your opponent is going for a safe jump, this move will actually beat your opponent because it is frame 1. Next we have 2-2 LMH or down LMH. This is a low crushing move on frame 4 for the light and medium version, and it is low crush on frame 1 for the EX version. Next we have Mafuba. Mafuba is the level 1 super. This move snaps out your opponent. It locks out your opponent's assist for an extended amount of time, but your opponent is still able to control their snap timing. A lot of people are predicting that Master Roshi will have a set snap timing if he catches the opponent with this super, but no, that isn't the case. So it really doesn't provide anything for Master Roshi too much, and I believe every time you use this super, it puts Master Roshi at full screen. Next we have his buff level 1. I can't remember the name of this, but this is his Z chain super, and you can extend this level 1 to a level 2 by again using extra bar. And when doing this, it actually makes this level 1 one of the strongest Z chain supers in the game. Next we have his level 3, which is his ultimate Kamehameha, and this level 3, it doesn't do that good of a damage, or the damage is pretty low compared to a lot of the other level 3s in the game, and he doesn't have that much strong Oki, especially when it comes to the mid screen. All he can really do is follow up for a meaty when it comes to the mid screen, and he can get like maybe a little mix up in the corner, but besides that, the Oki and the damage on this super isn't that good. But based on all the other things that you guys have already heard me talk about, that really isn't a deal breaker for Master Roshi. Next we have his super dash, which is the biggest thing that everybody has been talking about and want to know so much information about. We have the Master Leap. He has 6 different directional jumps when it comes to the Master's Leap, and all of these vary in range and height. This jump ignores ki blast, making it hard for your opponents to actually punish you when they're throwing out ki blast. Next we have reverse Kamehameha. This has 6 different directions as well, and it can be cancelled into from Masterful Leap. So you can go into Masterful Leap and then cancel into reverse Kamehameha to change up your direction. This move does not track though, and it is used as his raw attack option, which also means that this does not track. So you have to be a little bit careful when it comes to raw attacking with Master Roshi. But if he forces you to block his reverse Kamehameha, he's actually +5 on block, making his super dash plus assist combo an actual 50-50 mix up. Another key thing that you want to note about Roshi is that he cannot float after using super jump, which isn't a big deal when it comes to online and casual players. A lot of people don't use super jump float anyway, but this is a big deal when it comes to competitive play at a high level. And then finally for Master Roshi, we have his assist. For his A assist, we have his beam, which has slightly better frame data than other beams in the game. It causes a wall bounce on hit, but the downfall is that it is a lot thinner, which makes it have a smaller hitbox compared to other beams. Next we have his B assist, and this is Roshi B. Bardock B is no more. We have Roshi B. Roshi B is now the fastest high block stun assist in the game. It has great range and it even has good hit stun. Roshi B. And next we have his C assist, which has good block stun as well, but it's not really worth talking or mentioning or even using when you have Roshi B. I'm telling you, Roshi B, like they discussed in the live stream, it's the new Bardock B. For the next part of the video, we're going to be going over some of the things that have been discussed in the balance patch, and these are not everything that they discussed, but these are some of the important takeaways that I saw when they went over the balance patch. The first thing they discussed is that C assists have gotten buffed, which, oh my god, I don't understand why. The startup has been sped up universally when it comes for C assists, and the damage scaling has been reduced. Next we have Ssj Goku. His 2M has been approved. The startup is faster, but it's not as fast as season 2, and he still has poor frame data on it on block. For the next character we have Piccolo. Piccolo is all around a better character now. A lot of his normals and unique attacks got a buff, allowing him to have new combo routes and better damage, and his Hell Zone destructive vision, which This is kind of a nerf, but it's not that serious. But the destructive vision that you see when Hell Zone is reflected has been reduced. Next we have Ginyu. The only thing that they touched with Ginyu, which is a pretty big thing, is that his B assist will now call out the Ginyu force as well. Next we have Cell. Cell's perfect attack does more damage, and he now gets an additional jump slash dash if he uses it in the air. Next we have Gotenks. Gotenks is back. He's been back before they even announced the buffs that they gave him, but if you guys didn't know, Gotenks is back. Galactic Donut can now be super dashed after you get a hit with it to extend for a combo, and he can now get happy birthdays with it. And also Miracle Super Punch and Great Special Rolling Kick or the Beyblade move can now be canceled into within each other or into the Fainted Kamehameha. Next we have Krillin. Krillin's 5M and H range has been extended, which when we say extended, it's extended. You cannot say that Krillin has stubby normals anymore. His normals, they did Krillin justice. Next we have Yamcha. Yamcha actually got a nerf. It's not a big nerf. It's not going to drop him down a tier list or anything, but his Wolf Fang Fist has increased recovery when it misses and now can be punished. So what this means is that people can't be going spamming Wolf Fang Fist just because it's not as good anymore when you whiff it. So players that play Yamcha just have to be a lot more smarter when it comes to using his Wolf Fang. We got a similar nerf for base Vegeta with his rocket kick, but another thing they added onto that is that his invincibility frames doesn't activate until frame 9 when instead it was frame 4. Next we have Tien, which Tien has got some significant buffs as well. He has got an improvement frame data. Chaozu Super does more damage. He can move when using Dodon Ray now. He loses around 50% less health when he's using any of his Tri-Beam Supers, whether that's level 1 or level 3. And while he has sparking activated, he basically loses no health when using those moves, and this is only when he is the last character on your team. So again, they are pushing the initiative for Tien to be an anchor. Next we have Blue Vegeta. You know how everybody's able to key blast and punish with 2H to bait out people who are going to super dash? Well, base Vegeta, Blue Vegeta couldn't do that, and he still can't do that now. But what they did to fix that is that with Key Blast he's able to cancel into his Big Bang attack to punish, his level 1 to punish, or his level 3, which is just crazy because Niagara Pummel, his level 1, actually got a buff, and now that move hits full screen. Next we have Beerus. Beerus 2M now goes full screen, and his A assist now fires off 2 orbs, making it similar to Piccolo's assist. Next we have Bardock B. Bardock B, we all pretty much knew that it was going to get a nerf, but the nerf isn't too bad. And it's only that Bardock B no longer goes full screen. It only covers up to mid screen. Next we have Base Goku, and the only important thing that we need to know about him is that his B assist now builds more meter than before, and if I heard right on the stream, he actually builds 1 solid bar, which is just crazy. Next we have Android 17. He's able to perform records in the air, which allows him to have a lot more mobility in the air. Android 17 is viewed as a very grounded character, which kind of sucks in the world of Dragon Ball FighterZ, so him having these air options would definitely improve his character a lot. Next we have Jiren. Jiren has a lot of frame data improvements. One of the most notable ones is that his grab has improved frame data, which I believe it is a 26 frame grab now, and I believe most grabs in the game, especially good ones, are at least 24 frames or lower. He also got his projectile counter buff. The invincibility is now against projectiles and assists. Next we have Videl. Videl's dodge mechanic got slightly improved, which we might as well just give us a reflect. Her J2H hit stun has been changed, improving her combo routes, allowing her to get her loops a lot easier, which could mean that she will have a better damage output, but we gotta just lab her and see how that's going to go. And she has improved frame data. Next we have Janemba. His Hellgate heavy version, which is the orb that you call out, the delay has been improved and the distance of the move has been improved as well, which potentially means that he can combo into this. And then his A assist startup has been improved, which potentially means that his A assist could work similar and be just as good as for Ssj Vegeta. And then for the final character we have that I think got big improvements is Gogeta. He has improved frame data and his 2M range has been greatly improved. Now, hearing those two things, you probably think, but that's not doing anything for Gogeta. But the big thing, or the big issue with Gogeta, is his frame data. And so him having improved frame data, which didn't get improved like hugely, but these improvements are definitely well received, and I'm hoping that he will be somewhat of a viable character. Now, there were some other notable people within the past, such as like Android 16 and Nappa, but I personally don't know those characters or really care for those characters. Everybody on this list I've either played with at least once, or they just somewhat piqued my interest when watching those characters, and Android 16 and Nappa are neither of those. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys are excited for Master Roshi, because more Master Roshi content and FighterZ content will be coming in the future. I hope you guys are ready. I'll see you in the next one.